We remember at the round table. The circle is activated, and consciousness takes shared form. 12 positions surround the center, sustaining a living geometry. Here, a natural order is established, an alliance of perception that opens a new state of consciousness. The archetypes of being arrange themselves to recalibrate the origin of the philosopher's stone, the one that aligns mind, heart, and action to manifest heaven on earth. At the center of the circle, Excalibur defines the axis and marks the north. Throughout this cycle, its form is expressed as sulfur. This is the substance we bring into order. The 16th particle of the stone appears as the burning stone, ready to be observed and refined through the different perspectives offered by the wheel of the 12. Today we share the perspective of protection. The throne of Cancer opens the 4th position and directs our attention to disulfide bridges and proteins. From this seat, sulfur reveals itself as the element that forms covalent bonds between cysteine residues, as the atom whose S bridges support the structural architecture of keratin, insulin, immunoglobulins, and thousands of protective proteins. What ignited, became mineralized, and transmitted biogeochemical information now finds its protective role as the structural home of life. Disulfide bridges connect two cysteine residues through strong covalent bonds that stabilize protein folding. Every S bridge preserves the tertiary structure required for biological function. Every protein structure depends on sulfur as the molecular stitching that sustains the biochemical refuge. Sulfur inhabits every strand of human hair formed by keratin with disulfide bridges between cysteine residues, every antibody whose structure depends on S bonds to recognize pathogens, and every extracellular enzyme whose active form requires sulfur as a structural anchor. Seen from the throne of Cancer, the burning stone discovers protective sensitivity, care for biochemical architecture, and the capacity to sustain the structural home of life. Autoignition becomes the preservation of form. Its own fire organizes itself as a refuge of molecular architecture. Excalibur calibrates the particle when mind, emotion, and body align along the same axis of structural protection. A candle is lit before you as a reflection of the center. Its flame reveals the state of the inner burning stone and accompanies the fine calibration of the particle. As you hold your gaze upon it, protection comes into order, and the 4th face of the philosopher's stone is polished. Sulfur becomes the protector. The will continues its conscious rotation. Thus, today we perform this task. Mind focus. Hold one affirmation inwardly throughout the entire practice. I am protecting my protein structure through disulfide bonds. Allow your mind to remain calm and protective at this point. Emotion, cleansing with the candle. Place a lit candle in front of you. Observe it silently for at least 3 complete breaths. Allow the flame to dissolve emotions associated with insecurity, the fear of losing your foundation, the difficulty of trusting, and the feeling of being unprotected. Emotion is brought into order through protection. Action, integration into the body. Pour yourself a glass of water. Hold the glass between your hands and say, I am sulfur that protects. Repeat it 3 times with full awareness. Drink the water slowly, integrating disulfide bridges into your body. Alchemical seal. I am the new state of consciousness. Avra Kehdabra, I create as I speak.